Hi everybody, how are you doing today? So, oh my god. Alright, I'm going to edit this video and I'm going to try my best. But, the first time, like, I've seen the viewer's voice, I've seen Petty Page, I've seen quite a few people make videos about Onision. And to be honest, I never watched an Onision video. I never did. I've obviously heard a lot about him, and I've seen clips of his videos in other, drama channels such as Nick Snyder, Petty Page, I believe. Ashley Kyle has had them into. I don't think Justin Daly's ever touched Onision. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyway, that's irregardless of the point. So today I get in the car, and I'm on my way home from work. I'm like, let me just catch an Onision video. And what is it? It's entitled like Goodbye or something, whatever. My first impression of Onision is, I cannot believe he has followers. I cannot believe people listen to his bullshit. I was just blown away. First of all, he sat there and he used a word that I cannot stand for the life of me, which is the R word. I have 2 children that are disabled, and I don't appreciate him using that word at all. I don't appreciate him saying that word and using it in the derogatory sense that he did. That word should not exist, along with other, like, regular, racial slurs. But so he drops this word and thinks, that's okay. And it's just never okay to, say that word. Or anyway, I will put in the clip.
And you perverted assholes you just can't stop thinking about us fucking people. Like, that's how retarded you guys recently off all this shit. And you fucking morons don't even see that this is all a game of profit, and none of these people care about the truth. You know who cares about the truth? The fucking most honest YouTuber. I'm pretty much that.
And then obviously you seen he called himself the most honest YouTuber. You're honest. You're honestly an asshole. Honestly an asshole. I mean, I know he's been begging his subscribers for money and the wetlands thing and whatever, but what prompted me to look at Onision's channel was, I mean, I've seen, Nick Snyder's things that he's done on Onision, and I hope he just drags that sucker through the mud, because he's got a lot more fan base and a lot more subscribers than I do, and he needs to just, drag his ass through the mud. Just keep dragging it, keep dragging it, keep dragging it. I hope he does. And I hope other, people realize of how toxic this man truly is. And I was just blown away. I mean, I don't know why anyway, but the tweet was that why I decided to go look at his channel and whatever was Ashley Kyle's tweet that she had put out. And she had said that, Eugenia Cooney basically is dying in front of our eyes. She is, what she's doing with herself is, God bless, it's a horrible disease. Anorexia is a horrible disease. However, I know that Eugenia Cooney does not admit that she has any, eating disorders or whatever, but she does. And I do call it a disease because it's like an illness. It's like a disease when, anorexia, it is a mental illness. Bulimia is a mental illness, and it's just like a disease of the mind, to sit there and, anyway, you guys get what I mean. So anyway, and she says he's profiting off of her condition, which, well, she didn't say that exactly. I gotta get the tweet. Hold up, guys. Okay, I found it. She said, you want to know what makes this so sad? Eugenia Cooney is dying in front of our eyes, and he thinks it's okay to crack jokes about it. But whose ass will be the first to rake in the views if something happens to her? It actually breaks my heart. And that's what prompted me to go and look at this channel, which she is absolutely right. Sorry, I'll take the glasses off. But she's absolutely correct. He will, rake in the views and try to profit off of her. Well, he would not try to, he will. But, you know, to sit there and constantly make videos about somebody that has a condition that you know nothing about, it's not you. You know, get educated, get some background, get some knowledge, you know, about her condition and what's going on, instead of making, you know, videos. And I've seen, you know, he makes videos trying to act like he feels sorry for her, and you know his ass don't. He's just making the video for you guys to click on. Just like that video that I watched, it said goodbye, which a lot of people are going to click on that thinking, you know, he's leaving. It's a clickbait or whatever. But anyway, I really hope Eugenia Cooney gets some help, but unfortunately, that's going to be up to her. I really wish at this point she didn't have a platform, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I don't, but I think her platform kind of doesn't help her condition. It makes it, you know, I think it kind of enhances it a little bit, because she has people, she has interaction, and negative attention is attention. So whether she's getting positive or negative attention, she's getting the attention. So that's not really helping her condition. You know, I don't know how much her family can step in or whatever, but, you know, she's a grown adult, and what she does with her life is her, you know, and there's nothing we can do about that, you know. So I don't want to turn this into a Eugenia Cooney video. I mean, I wish her all the, you know, love and help that she needs, because she does. But obviously he is trying to, you know, profit off of her, you know, situation. And then I know about, like, the situation with the wetlands and everything from, you know, the Nick Snyder's videos or whatever. So, and him saying, I know I did watch parts of clips where he's saying he would have to sell his stuff or whatever. Well, you did the shit to your damn self, so I don't feel sorry for you. But in watching that video and I watched a good chunk of it, so I know what it was about, you know, and it's just, I can't deal with, you know, he's calling people, you know, they're morons. So people that believe lies, you know, what he says are lies, you know, what he says are lies. You don't sit there and criticize people and call them morons and idiots and the other word. You know, that's extremely inappropriate, and it's very disgusting. So I just wanted to come out here and give my little opinion of Onision and say I will never watch one of his videos again, because that was just, you know, literally one click, one video, one watch, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? I'm sorry that I swear. I mean, I swear or whatever. You know, I know some of you don't like the swearing, and I understand that, but sometimes I do, you know. But anyway, I know Nick Snyder gets a lot of flack for his swearing, or, but you expect that from Nick. I personally love being called a bitch. Hey, bitches, you know? Or Beauty with Ashley, you know, somewhat. She always gets comments on her videos. Hold on, that she swears too much and things like that. Hold on. Sorry, Holly was fussing a little bit. So anyway, but they say that she swears too much in her videos, and we do. You know, people swear, I get it, but drama channels I don't think are really meant to be like family channels, you know. I don't think, you know, people are going to watch drama channels or commentary channels like myself with children, you know, but I get it. People don't like swearing. I understand that, but sometimes to express our anger or frustration, or we just do, you know, and I'm usually the one that can have a trucker mouth, so no, I'm kidding. Actually, I used to have like a little bit of a trucker mouth, but you know, once you got kids around, you gotta get away from the trucker mouth. But I was very flabbergasted and appalled that Onision had said that or whatever. So if I don't care what hate he gets, because he deserves it. Just watching that video, I'm like, why do people? I don't understand. But he should be ashamed of himself for, you know, talking to, you know, if people believe lies or whatever. People are going to believe what they're going to believe. People are going to, you know, it is what it is. You don't insult their intelligence. And then even in that video, mind you, those weren't even, there was more disgustingness in that video. He's talking about, he said, oh, go sleep with your father, or go sleep with your sister. And then he starts talking about that. I'm like, what in the world? I don't get it. I don't know the hype around Onision. I just know that he is a very disgusting individual. He's very disgusting, shameful, very shameful individual that needs to be, another one that needs to be taken off of YouTube. So there are plenty of different genres in this community that obviously, God, how do they get their following, guys? I mean, answer me that. How do people like this toxic person, how does he get the following? How does even Cookie, well, Cookie buys a lot of his shit, but how do they get their following? I mean, why do people follow this kind of disgusting behavior, this kind of disgustingness? Why? I don't get it. And I always said, you know, like me, I'm just a small little blip channel or whatever, and I get it. I do a little commentary, I do a little, you know, beauty and drama and stuff like that. I get it. But how do people, I don't understand. It's like good people have like no subscribers. People that are just like toxic as hell have like, he's got like 12,000 views on that. I'm like, are you serious? 12,000 people just heard you talk the way that you did. I don't get it. But his likes and dislikes button is disabled, you know. I didn't even look at the comments in the video. I was like, I'm not even going to read the comment section. I didn't even care too much too. So anyway, now to end this, I'm going to try to like end some of my, you know, commentary videos with some little makeup stuff in it. So I remember in my my video of my favorites, I think it was, or like makeup that I like or whatever for 2019. I don't know. But in a video, I said Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation was the worst foundation I had ever bought. Or it was the worst product I've ever bought, and I regretted buying it. Too Faced has beat that. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I bought the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I don't want to be born that way. It was horrible for me. I mean, for other people, it may work. You know, it might be beautiful on them or whatever. But for me, it was so awful. It was so bad. Within 4 hours, like I had it on my face for like 4 hours, and it was breaking up. It just looked like crap or whatever. So I'm like, it was the very first time, guys, seriously, first time I ever returned a product to the store. So my husband, my sweet husband, took it back to Ulta for me. And I said, you know what? The Urban Decay that I had was not my shade. It was 3.0. I don't know what made me buy that shade because I did let this on my hand. Oh, duh. But anyway, so I'm like, you know what? Get the Urban Decay, and I'm going to get it in my shade. And I got, is this 1.0? Yeah, it's 1.0, guys. I take it back. I love this. I do. I love this foundation. I don't know if I just happen to get a bad batch or a bad one or whatever, or maybe it was because the color was wrong. Maybe it was a primer that I used because I accidentally also picked up the wrong Urban Decay primer. I picked up this complexion primer, which I don't like this at all. I don't. It's just too thick, you know, for me or whatever. So I was using this with this, and maybe that's what made it kind of crappy. So I used it with this MAC one that this stuff is amazing. I love it. But I also love the Dr. Brandon stuff one too. I do. But anyway, so I used it with the nice MAC one, and this is so pretty, so nice. It wore wonderfully today. I got no breakout, you know, no breakup in my skin. I love this. And I actually like this better than the Kat Von D one. I have the Kat Von D. That's also a very thick, heavy matte foundation. But I really like this. So I take back my words. I do. I will admit when something's wrong or I have my mind changed. But this stuff, guys, is also awesome. I also learned that I never had oily skin before, and I don't know what's going on with my skin. I don't know if it's my nighttime skin routine or whatever, but it seems to be a little bit more oily than usual, and that's maybe why the Too Faced one did not work for me. But I will never try a dewy foundation again. I'm always going to stick with my matte ones just because I think it could have been matte a little bit too with the Too Faced ones. But for now, this girl is just going to keep with her matte foundations and leave it alone. So I just wanted to bring you a little makeup into this also. And these are my eyes. If you guys are wondering what is on, it is the Divine palette, my Kat Von D. You know what's really funny, guys? I'll tell you this about Kat Von D. Her shit drops in Sephora, and within 2 weeks it's on sale. Hey, I'll pay $20 for a palette. whatever. Even though with the drama and shit, with the vaccinations and all that stuff, I get it, but I'm not one of those people that won't ever buy from a company because, you know, I've said in my prior videos, it's not only about the person, they do employ people also. So, if you do boycott, I mean, I would boycott people if they were like testing on animals and stuff like that. I'm not down with that shit. But even though that they have some drama in their life, they do also pay employees that put food on their table and stuff like that. So it's not all about just Kat in particular, because Kat Von D is a business and people make money and feed their families off that business. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, and I thank you, but I just had to put in my little tidbit of Onision and how disgusting that man truly is. Hugs and kisses to you all. Have a good night.